He just asked if Judy ad-libs. Do you ad-lib?
You know, a little bit, yeah. I mean, and sometimes Adam will throw in alternate sort of ideas, things like that. And if there's something that comes to me, I'll do it. But it's like the script is so well written and so sort of specific. It's, you know, it's kind of enough as it is. But yeah, I mean, you know, we'll ad-lib a little bit, just little words and things here and there to make it maybe feel a little more natural, a little more flowy. But not tons.
What's the time frame for you doing this? I mean, is it like, you know,
it's almost nothing. I mean, it's like, I mean, I'm usually going into a session in 20 minutes, you know, 30 minutes at most. And if I have a lot to do in the episode, less than an hour, you know. But no, it's great. You know, the good thing and the bad thing is we do it all separately. So time-wise, it's a lot more efficient than doing a show where everybody's in the room at once. But, you know, so we see each other at these kind of things. You know, happily we all get along.
So do you guys ever get together for like sections, or is it just always everything?
It's always separate. Yeah, I mean, partly because some people are in New York, some people are in LA. I've recorded from Memphis, where I'm from. I was seeing my family over the summer, so I recorded from there. It's so easy, you know, as long as you can get to a decent recording studio that has the phone patch.
Last year, it kind of seemed like some of you guys were meeting each other for the first time here. Was that?
I think that might be right, actually. Yeah. Yeah. Because there was a point at which, I mean, there's still some people in the cast I haven't met. I met all the regulars, but like I hadn't met George Coe, who plays Woodhouse, until just this year at some press event, you know. So yeah, it's kind of weird.
What was it about Archer? Was it the script that drew you to it? Like, how did you get involved in the show?
Well, what originally happened was I got an audition for another part, a part that was in the pilot. I think a guest star sort of part in the pilot. I think it was the guy who was torturing Archer in that first episode. Not really torturing him, as we find out, but and I didn't get that. I didn't hear anything. And then a little bit down the line, I got a call from one of my voiceover agents said, "Hey, they want you to do this part, Cyril, you know." And I was like, "Sure, absolutely, you know." I mean, I could tell it was well written. I could tell it was funny, and it was a job. turns out it's very well written and very funny. So I kind of lucked out with that, you know.
Do you have a favorite episode that you shot so far that we're going to see coming up that you just love most?
You know, we've recorded 3 episodes for the upcoming season. I've had a little bit to do in them, but they haven't been very Cyril heavy, you know. So I think my biggest episode was probably the one, Tragical History, where I sort of make a deal with the guy. And then the one, I just recently saw the one where Mallory and Cyril are trying to write a script together, or punch up her script, which that kind of tickled me. I enjoyed seeing that interaction.
How far in advance do you get the scripts?
You know, maybe a week, but sometimes just a few days before. But you know, I always read them, you know, and make sure I know. I actually read them, and I know it sounds crazy, but I don't think everybody, not saying on this show, but I just think actors in general don't always read their whole scripts. I've heard stories, people coming in to do things on camera things, and they didn't read the script. I mean, they're just like picking it up for the first time. Yeah,
or just the dialogue and no action.
Right. I mean, I guess if you're super busy, if you're a superstar, maybe, you know. I mean, but I'd like to know what's going on in the context of the scene. Try to prepare a little bit, you know.
When you're reading the scripts, has there been like one scene that you have found like funniest?
You know, actually, I think it was the scene with Mallory, the script writing scene, where she's trying to do a version of sort of Mandingo, and that really made me laugh in terms of what I've had to do. But there's always stuff in every episode that I laugh at, you know, and enjoy. So I think that was probably my favorite. Yeah.
So what can we expect to see from Sue in the upcoming season?
I wish I could tell you, but
Is he gonna like take Archer out and become Master Spy?
I don't know. Adam said he would like to make me a spy, but I don't know that that's really going to happen. I don't know, he may just be leading me along. Yeah, I mean, I've never, unless he hints at something like that, I kind of never have an idea what's coming exactly. And I haven't had a lot, just some office stuff to do in these first 3, I think. So, not tons. Hopefully more.
I feel like every episode continues to like it shocks you in such a way that you can't help. I think it's the funniest thing ever. Like there's so many like Archer and investigations, and that to me is just genius that they'll go there. Is there anything that you're surprised that you've seen come up in the script that they've gone that far?
You know, the one that surprised me the most was when Archer goes on the rampage, stage 2, he's having chemo, and then he just goes and starts killing people like crazy. I mean, I was a little surprised when I read that, but then when I watched it, I was like, oh yeah, this makes perfect sense. I mean, of course. I like the White Knights episode a lot too, which I just recently saw with Katya. That was good.